Ooh. Ooh. Wait, bear with. Sorry, I just had to cough. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. 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 We are back on the moon. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. We're back on the moon. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Only kind of difference now is I have a shiny stick. This is the only real difference from last time. I have myself a shiny stick. So yeah, we're gonna get right in. Like, I don't really want to like faff around if I can. Yeah, we're on the 84 quests. That's fun. Like, I think we're just starting the 84 quests. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to faff around if I can. Because like we're getting through plots, so I don't really want to kind of, you know, waste a load of time just sodding around, being like doing what I normally do, and be like, oh, let me do like a half dozen other things before we start doing anything like of actual like serious importance. I do still need to go around and get all the Aether Currents because I haven't gotten any so far here. Yeah, the only things I've really done... Oh yeah, I know there's like one around here somewhere. The only things I know I've really done off-stream have been, I went around Garlemald and did all the side quests there. Like, I went around Garlemald and I did all the side quests. I grabbed the Aether Currents. Like, I grabbed all the Aether Currents, so that's like all... That's all done. That's all done and sorted. There's my mouse. There it is. Yeah, so we made progress there. That's great. That's good. That's Gucci. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't feel like super confident on like my tanks. Can I not hop across there? Yeah, I'm not like super comfortable on tank. So I've just been using like the side quests at Garlemald to do yeah, my leveling. Yeah, the sooner I get fast travel here, the better, because this place is a pain in the ass to navigate. Oh dear. Oh. Anything around here? No, okay. The thingy's pretty much just straight north. I wonder if there's gonna be like, oh hey, I start the kind of thing, but I still have to walk, or if it's gonna teleport me. I prefer being teleported, or like, you know, thingied. Okay, bear with. Let me just have a mouthful of tea, just to limber up the vocal cords. The place we seek is just ahead at the Chlorophosgrot. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You'd be hard pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Okay, where's the ether current? Okay, it's still north. I think I pulled up a map of this last time and I just didn't really do anything with it. Oh. Oh no, it's a shadow. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I'll come back later. Like, I want to get all the ether currents here, like, sooner rather than later, because I just know it's gonna be, like, such a pain to navigate this area. It's gonna be, like, such a pain to navigate, so I'm just like, oh, let me just do it. Let me just do the thing. Hey besties, I'm in a cave. Oh. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoid draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for us to manifest. May be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoid along? Sure. I was kind of expecting them to be gushy when I stood on them. I'm kind of disappointed they're not. Oh hey, it's August. Hello, space doggy. August manifests in the flash. He seems glad to see you. I'm gonna see you again. The most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he's even able to create reflections of himself on a wind. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I want to read that one. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Unless it's return outside, then you may cross the chasm. What about that later? Ugh. I did think about, like, should I play some off-stream? I did think about, like, should I play some off-stream just to kind of, like, grab ether currents and, like, explore the map a bit, but, like, I didn't really want to kind of get here, like, to this bit prematurely. Like, I know, oh yeah, since the presence of a powerful mark, well, I mean, it will kick my ass. I tried to do the one on, Garlemald, and that one just kind of, like, one-shot me, and I was saying, okay. Okay. Your destination is structured there across the Cradle of Darkness, but climb onto Algus' back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. Facilities designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel, together you may guide the Stardust people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Oh, thanks. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side. It's perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. Suppose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Rioche wait here. Okay. Right now, floating space doggies. Malefic ether permeates from the ether. Remnants of Zodiac, most like. Yeah, that doesn't look very healthy. Oh yeah, there's a group thingy happening. Just a little further. At least it's given me an opportunity to, like, as well, like, actually have, Near Reincarnation open on my phone, which is grand, because, like, I read that apparently there's going to be a crossover between Reincarnation and 14 at some point, which is kind of cool. But I don't know if it's, like, a kind of like the Yokai Watch thing, where it's just like, oh yeah, there's weapons, or if it's going to be like a little one time, or like the Dragon Quest one, where there's just like a little time event, or whether it's just going to be like in Nia in the mobile game. Considering they've had crossovers with Nier Automata, and Nier Replicant, and I think that's it so far. Oh, and Dragon Guard. The structure is enormous, though it's hardly surprising given the size of the average Emerotine? Emerotin. Good enough. Apologies for the wait. Right. Right then. Let's head inside and... Oh? Okay, bye. Most intriguing. A means by which you can serve with energy, perhaps. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, August. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let's not keep him waiting over long. I'm opening a small packet of custard creams. This really fancy biscuit. I woke up, I had toast. I woke up, I kind of dragged myself out of bed, I made toast. Where is this anyway? Yeah, this will just insta-kill me if I try and fight whatever this is. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, that'll just insta kill me if I try and fight it. So we will worry about that later. I tried fighting the one on yeah, Ilzabard the other day, and that just insta killed me. So that one didn't turn out so hot. Oh, this is kind of cool. This kind of reminds me of thingy. This kind of reminds me of forgotten what the game's called. Subnautica. That's it.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
He's a bunny. It's a bun. They seem very eager to get back to things. I love that they're shocked about this, as if it's just like, yeah, rabbit people is the most shocking thing that we've seen this entire game. Well, like a horde of rabbit clone people.
Look lively, everyone! I know, This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more.
Very nonchalant about that.
As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends.
Just like Zodiac's fucking dead, guys. Let's get to work.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstation to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Etheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Oh, these guys are kind of charming. In a weird way. A very weird way. Who's gonna say it?
It is a rather curious crew she have chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Why do I get the feeling one of them is going to say something really out of character? And just incredibly violent sentence. It'd just be like, oh. Yay, I did it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be claiming these as my white mage just before I run out of experience, because the next dungeon's 85, and I'll be able to do the sage, so. There must be the Loperites mentioned in the Watcher's reports. That's all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader. They must have to ask about it. God, that we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let's be about it. Okie dokie, I guess. Well, this is interesting. This is... Oh, whoa, she do be big. Hey, Gemstone Trader. Got anything? Okay, you haven't got anything good for me. Okay, let me attune to the crystal. And then let's see what's in the store. I feel very sort of like, oh hey, we couldn't think of a good place to put them, so we'll just slap them here. Like at least the these aren't the ones I have. Oh yeah, these are just kind of the ones I was looking at on the other side of the moon. Because I do like that asteroid globe. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh yeah, I thought the Tonfa looked kind of cool. And then I do like the scythe. Yeah, you would think they would maybe like put them in one of those little hut thingies, or just have like a little thing around. But the fact that they just like stood there feels very sort of like, oh well, okay. Like, could you have not given them a little like house to stand in as opposed to just standing around? Like, what if they fall through the grates? They're only small. Oh, ether current. How do I? Oh, I'm gonna have to drop down. Okay, let me quickly grab that, because I haven't grabbed an I don't think I've grabbed an... No, I think we've grabbed one ether current here. Oh. And I don't know if there's a way that I could have gone up here without doing that. Yeah, I don't think... I think that was the intended way of getting it. and there's one over there somewhere as well. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Etheres, and that's a promise. Very unhelpful. Where's this one gonna be then? Oh, is it gonna be up there? Yeah, it's up there. How do I even get up there? Oh, like that way, I guess. Up. Up. Leader? No. Sleeping where my job is... Perhaps I better ask. It all seems very kind of quaint here so far, so that's something. I'm assuming this is like some sort of the moon. It acts as some sort of almost like a refugee place for like if shit hits the fan on the planet, or like the shit hits the fan like so badly on the planet, the people are to be transported up here to Aetherius? Question mark? Probably. I think so. That kind of feels like something. That kind of feels like that's what it is. What? How in the? When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Leader, I guess. Think no further. I'm the one you seek. Well, looks like you beat us here. Okay, let me finish this. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? Group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all. Though perhaps you should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. It will be well, I promise. Goodness me, we shouldn't be standing about gawping. I must tell you to meet the others. If you run back along toward the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's a large glowing ball in the center, if you should find yourself lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Is that ball the ethereal sea? Is that up there the ethereal sea? Is this where they're like... Because they mentioned people returning to the life stream once they die. Is that the life stream? I have questions. I'm going to finish my biscuit. Okay, we finished the biscuit. Yeah, so my thought process is like, you know, people, shit is going down on the planet, and this kind of feels like, hey, this is where these guys look after, like, the souls of the populace when they don't. No, I think that's like too. I think that might be a little bit too depressing for 14. Just be like, oh hey, like, you know, when people die, they come here. And the rabbits look after them until they're ready to be reborn into new bodies. I don't know, that's kind of my rough guess for the moment of what this is. That's kind of a rough guess. I'm not sure if I'm right. I don't think I'm gonna say I'm probably not right. Because that feels a little bit too depressing. Give me the current. Okay, that'll probably be like over here somewhere. Okay, let's find out what this place is for, I guess. I'm sure it won't be very happy.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order.
Okay, while they're talking, I'm gonna go back to eating biscuits.
My name is Livingway, and we are the Lotharics, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atherius, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents said to you, little ones, on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well. I shall elaborate further.
Was I right? A ship to transport people to a new world? Was I right?
Here we have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. There is that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
Great.
This moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
And that's how long exactly? Well, these people don't have to die to get on here.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin.
Thanks, Heidelin.
Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
What?
And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement.
Great.
No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
Oh no.
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
The Asians?
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women.
Why do I have a feeling this
Very
is the
much doubt my
Asians?
elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say? Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Indeed.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
Oh.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
Oh.
Building way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
I have a feeling this is going to be an Ascian, and that's bad.
In due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same.
Considering-
I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge from passengers to be.
Considering we've seen the Ascians before they've been on the moon. Yay. Well, I was thinking it was a case of like, oh hey, we have to, like, you know, people have to die to get here, and then they kept in the doodad. But I appreciate now that we don't. So that's good. Right then, now that you're here, we'll need to teach us about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us and the terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we prepared for to receive our passengers to be. If there's anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here, the best way is bar it. We have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with the food stuff? Meet me at the caratorium. We'll see about filling your bellies. I think the caratorium, from what I saw, was this way. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of a theory is rotten to its core. Being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take the opportunity to learn of the operates in this vessel. Oh yeah, the caratorium's down that way. What was it? I think I can probably go this way. Maybe? How do I remove the flag? Oh. How do I remove the flag? Does anyone know how to remove the flag? Oh yeah, this is such the lines from last night. Oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's down there. It's a good thing full damage can't kill me. Okay, on we go. Okay, the fact I've seen fates popping up here makes me think that this place is less than... Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's the gate crystal. It's lots of the gate crystals. What is this place? And why do fates pop up around here? Why are there just monsters? Why are there just monsters chilling? Supporter. Caretaker. I don't think these are going to be giving me the kind of support and care that I need. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, I have to jump up each one of these? Ugh. Oh, you're over on that one. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to be giving me the kind of... Oh, I did not mean to use Benediction there. I feel like these guys are not going to be giving me the support and care that I need. Come up. 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 Northwest, so it's up here somewhere. Welcome to the Charactorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we receive, where I practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. You will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have a fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop on the platforms here, and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delightful delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Sure. This place doesn't seem very safe. This place doesn't seem very safe, considering how many, like, killer robots there seems to be. Also, a lot of these just look like cactuses. A lot of these just look like cacti. Oh, carrot. You can storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Ominous crimson, vibrant yellow, peculiar-looking blue, unassuming orange. We'll go with the blue, why not? The blue variety is strangely supple to the touch and smells vaguely of mint. Excessive length and girth. Oh yeah. We do like a lengthy and girthy carrot. Any answer to the dubious is the so-called carrot. Sure. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it's safe to eat first. Oh. I want you to eat the blue carrot. West. Yeah, this place doesn't look very safe. Like, you know, considering everything, you know, there's stuff here that I assume wants to kill me, because that would not have a level if it didn't want to kill me. And I am concerned. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this one. Where are the steps? Oh, here they are. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume it's on this one, probably. Up. Oh, there we go. At least these ones are like pretty close. Like, this area's kind of small compared to, you know, the rest of the moon. Oh, southeast. So yeah, this'll probably be like the ones like around here-ish. Like, well, the only kind of issue is like, cause it's like I can't just walk there in a straight line. Unlike when I was going around Garlemald. Considering Garlemald's just like, oh hey, like, you know, for like, you know, all intents and purposes, it's a pretty open. You know, it's like pretty open overall, so there's no, so I can just like, you know, just actually walk there in a straight line, especially me being like, oh, you've got to go this way, and then I've got to like, this way, and then you've got to like go that way. Like, navigating the moon, I feel like is going to be a pain in the ass. And yeah, this is probably going to be like over here somewhere. I should probably just pull up a map. Let me pull up the map. Ether currents PNG. Oh yeah, so there's like 1, There's one like over here. There's one over like here. There were these two in here. There's one, yeah, basically on the side of the door here. There's one like over here somewhere. Then there's one up here, and then there's the one on the little pointy bit that I couldn't get to. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that's it. No, that's 10. What's with this combat music? Why is it kind of funky? Why does it just make me feel like Final Fantasy VII? Sorry. Do these not aggro on me? I'll probably find out the hard way that they do. I'll probably find out the hard way that they do actually aggro on me. Yep. They do in fact aggro on me. No, thank you. I like the music's kind of fun. The music's kind of fun. Feels kind of like Final Fantasy VII, kind of Final Fantasy like 4, I wanna say. Like it feels kind of dated, but it does feel kind of funky. Say, if I eat this carrot, will I die? Also, why are robots attacking me? I guess they kind of need to. I guess it kind of fits, you know, with the game and being like, oh hey, like you know, we need things to look after the people when they get here. But then we'll make them hostile for some reason until that time. Hey, if I eat this carrot, will I die? I need to know for science. So just selections that your mouth watering. You take this obscenely large carrot, as the game wants to call it. Oh yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favourites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Eat the carrot, okay. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You are taken by surprise when the blue juices burst forth from the carrot and dribble down your chin. As soon as you take a second bite, you can feel your mental faculties sharpening. Your mind opens to the universe, and for a brief moment, the mysteries of existence are simple, transformative truths. But the revelation is fleeting. When you've at last finished the carrot, a sweet yet sour aftertaste lingers on your tongue. The number 42 on your mind. Oh, nice. +1 philosopher's carrot. Okay. I am small. What do you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? Philosopher's carrot improves mental fortitude. Something of a shock at first bite, but it's well worth the enhanced power of cognition. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to help improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. They certainly are extraordinary. Why do you seem so disappointed? If they're lacking something, let me know. I take you out a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and naught else. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on their theories? Surely you're aware that we have abundance of dishes and foods you can emulate. Of course we are. Well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation with a struggle at first, so I was not surprised when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. Sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. And so we decided rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. It's all well and good. Man cannot live on raw carrots alone. You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjunctions, conjugations, just the basics. And we found the terms relating to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Are they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore dislike deem such a necessary change? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to make certain that they understand immediately what each one of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though if you decide to preserve flora and fauna from your theories as well, you'd be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, when I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. Thanks for the carrot cheese. Living ways these show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Oh, okay, I would have gone here anyway. Why is everything deadly on the moon? Yeah, like I was going through Palace of the Dead, and I had like enough of the things so I can make like a Pajol weapon. So I was just like, let me do the Red Mage one, just to kind of like, you know, it feels good for my Red Mage. Like I still need a good like Dancer one, because I feel like the Dancer ones are kind of a bit meh. Like the glowy Dancer weapons are a bit just like they're good, but they could be better most of the time. So I might, like, I'm going through Palace of the Dead as Dancer and my White Mage. I'm not going to go for the White Mage because the actual cane itself is kind of dull. Like, the cane itself is just a bit boring, but I'm just like, at least the bit it glows. So it's like, yeah, no, it's not the best one I could get. I thought about getting this Scythe as well, because I'm currently using the Titan Bronze Scythe. And like, it's okay. It's just a bit bulky. It's just a bit bulky looking. Here we are, the Paris production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task. Creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with self-same affinity for magic her people possess. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I'll regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra viz we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, sweet sound of recognition. You'll also be impressed to hear that we've read all about your habit of changing your attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has been taken into account with all our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourself known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Okie dokie, I guess. This will go completely fine, won't it? Oh, up there. Oh. Yep. Oh, it's you, one of the visitors from Ethereus. Goodness me, Mappingway wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Alright, you're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What do you have me fashion for you today? Simple yet functional. Simple and functional, right. This will only take a moment. This is gonna look horrendous, isn't it? Well, they weren't kidding when they said simple and functional. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit if I do say so myself. Nothing too billowy or frilly, as you can see, also light and durable, sure to serve you well wherever your travels may take you. Would you look at that? Speechless. And there I thought you might not like it. Oh honey, I'm speechless, but not for a good reason. If you might try something else, when I try to speak to my fellow artisans, I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to a map for the garment changes area effect. Speak with the rest of the lottery to restore or prolong the garment change. Great. Oh, and it's like this whole portion of the map. Oh, great. What are these boots? Ugh. Oh, gross. No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? Can you not? How about you don't? Could you just not, please? Go away. How can I help you? Wish to try my clothes? Really? Oh, of course, it would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind? Surprise me. How bad can this be? I think I can handle that. Let's see. How bad is this gonna be? This should do. Oh, it's just the same thing, but just different colors. So my best work yet. It's a relatively new concept incorporating into the idea that's never been tried with clothing before. Fragrance. Can you smell the carrots? Simply divine. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to proof, but it looks stunning on you. Will you go and show Living Way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. Yeah, I've got to keep wearing these to talk to Living Way. Oh, horrible outfit. Oh god, how are the others gonna look? Because I think I look pretty bad. I like that I have I like kind of know what's coming with the next dungeon. So the fact that we're just like on the moon trying out new clothes with the rabbits is going to be like a real sort of like tone shift. Like, oh hey, you killed Zodiac, everything, you know, kind of sucks. Now, yeah, now there's, and it's just like, oh, okay. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Ah, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and wheel operates in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. I think Ishtola's gonna flip her shit. Great. We all look awful. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Why do we all look the same? They insisted we sample all of their concepts if we returned. Verily, 'tis an example most becoming. Okay, yeah, Orianche is kind of feeling it. Nobody else is. We all look terrible. I think it's past time we return these clothes. We all look awful. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought it would be could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you must be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetherius, they'll most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort in dressing our needs. But you must understand we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it's of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, we must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every time we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice by trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit, that when you'd better be better off with your own. We can't do words. There is something we might agree. People prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they should know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. Is plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it count for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of. You were born of Heideland's love for theories and the salvation of people on that star alone. That would have been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world and then divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Living way, maybe leave to explore the best way burrows unattended. You've given us so much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a little while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Uwu? My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. I was just talking about the visitors come from the theories. Now I just see what all the fuss was about. I was excited first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of the theories refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clearly made a mess of things. Oh, but wait. You still haven't listened to the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the being truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleport near the entrance. Oh, the name's Crownway, by the way. See you around. Oh, is there another thing? What was that, just a late thing? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna teleport over. No, unless the bunnies have the robots still set to being like, you know, we're hostiles until proven otherwise. You're here. You're really here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry. What should I call you? Jupiter Jepsen. Craigie, even your names are amazing. Well, Jepsen, we'll be using the teleport to enter the residual area. Or residential area. Whenever you're ready. Sure.
Ready in the teleporter.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oops.
A private audience, as thou didst request. For reasons I know not.
Okay. This seems important, so... Shh.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great great danger. One cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Well, that's all good. God damn it. God damn it, I was eavesdropping on a conversation. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it. Thanks. Travel between the upper and lower floors is the best way to manage via the teleporter. Good. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning this for far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have a long discussion about how to save as many years of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. Sorry, biscuit between my teeth. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Aetherius would take action to save themselves. It was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting on the east end of the burrows. Follow me. Okay, I'm just gonna take the teleporter. Oh, this way. Oh, and then that's gonna be a carom. That's good. I'm surprised there aren't any little nodes or things like over here. With the Watcher. Because like this is a lot of moon, and yeah, I'm kind of a bit concerned about how far I'm gonna have to be traveling to do all the Aether Current quests. Like, at least we've grabbed all the current, well, like, you know, 4 of the currents here. I know where the rest of them are. It's just gonna be a pain getting to them. Good you're here. Through the story is Great Endsvale. It was named as such after it's the Vale to end all vales, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Aetherius like taking a leisurely walk through natural spaces. So I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Well, let's start with a nice stroll to the fountain. This way. The fact that there's a fate here means that I don't think this is going to be a nice stroll. Like, I don't see this being very safe. Oh hey, more gate crystals. Now we play. Did they just recycle the ones from the Eden raids, or are these like kind of new models? Like, are these like new yeah, like new yeah, new models for the expansion. Because it's the same color scheme as the gate crystals. Like it's the same color. It's the same kind of colors in the right order. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were like just if they were just like, yeah, no, we're just gonna recycle these. This is fine. Like, I mean, it's a good looking crystal, so why not? And like at least it kind of means that like while I still get access to the one near Eden, yeah, I still get access to the one at Eden for, you know, my Jeepos. At least I know I can come here for them as well. Okay, let's just follow the path. And then I think it's like here-ish, the next current. Yeah, it's like up here. This is nice, even if it is very depressing. Or like, you know, like, oh hey, like, you know, there's kind of fountains, there's, you know, kind of artificial trees. Not really sure what these things are supposed to be. That kind of concerns me a little bit. But like, it's a nice area. Like, it's a nice area overall. It kind of like, it's nice to kind of have somewhere kind of like vibrant and kind of colorful and very different to Garlemald, where we just were, where everything was kind of really depressing. Well, yeah, I went to Labyrinthos the other day, and like I was kind of wandering around there, but like Labyrinthos feels like somewhere where I'm gonna be going back to. Like, considering looking at the map, there's a lot more map that I've yet to go to, so I feel like that's gonna be important later. I know Thavnair I can only do like half of right now. And the Lavatorium, I guess I can probably do all of, but it's just like, for the fact it's so big. And it's just going to take a while to get across. So what do we think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? Yeah, are those crystals supposed to be trees? Right you are. A forest is made of crystals and construct, dotting the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place is a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person, let alone in forest. Well, I mean, they got some trees. Yeah, there's some tree things over there. The information sent by collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. Thanks for our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as you'd find in a forest on Aetherius. The fountain here behind us, powered by a rather large crystal adjoining its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making the most spherical of spheres. I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could use a stretch yourself. Thanks. Do I have stretch? Do I have stretch mapped to anything? I do not. There we go. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. If there's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Aetherius. Could we maybe? Sure. You will? I'll be still my quivering whiskers. Growaway is now accompanying you. Don't let him die. Come on, Growaway. I was thinking, Jepsen, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidling gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to the knowledge Heidling shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, super cash. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all of this? It certainly wasn't a work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. Then there was a brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, and a bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheres. The Algon's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I couldn't... What the hell was that? I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidel informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, it was a joyous humming day. Yeah, what was that beeping? Say, did you notice anything in particular about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they're massive crystals, not trees. I'll give you a hint, it's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixing the ceiling, they fulfill a similar role to our sun, and do so even better. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy, while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. Sure, we're still calling it a forest, eh? Okay. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Alright. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, without the most important features were fit for purpose. Which is all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Etheres. Why not go and visit Etheres yourself, you may ask? Strictly forbidden. Were technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. And then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelum. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people in Etheres we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. I still think this is going to be an axiom. Considering how many times we've seen the Asians we've seen the Asians on the moon more than once between, mid patches and things like that, so it feels too probable that this is Asian, that this is like Emmett doing this at some point. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak with them directly. We shared with them everything we could, including a knowledge of the heavens and means of travel here to the moon. How was Zodiac? So hello, Xeno. How was Zodiac? Zodiac was fine. I mentioned in Orange's chat I was expecting Zodiac to be more difficult, in a way. I was expecting Zodiac to be more of a challenge. Considering, it's Zodiac. Like, was it easy? No, but Zodiac just felt like more of a pushover than I was expecting for, Zodiac. Like, last night I did Auburn Monastery because it was like, well, I haven't finished the Stormblood raids, and I kind of didn't really pay attention to any of the plot. And then, like at the end, it was just like, oh, it's Fran from Final Fantasy 12. But no, I found Auburn more challenging. It also didn't help that we had so many levers. Like we made it fine through the machine, through the gunner dude. We didn't wipe there. We wiped, I think, once on Agrius, and we had like 4 levers, including 2 of our like 2 out of the 3 tanks. And then we made it to Thunder God. And we wiped on Thunder God, but then it also didn't help that, like, one of us got a tank in, and then we were kind of waiting, and then another of us got a tank in, and then they left like mid fight, and then our tank left mid fight. So we had one tank for Thunder God for Thunder God. And then we eventually got to Ultima at the end. And we had another tank load in, but they were stuck outside because people got too impatient and loaded into the fight. So yeah, I'd say Orbot itself wasn't bad. Like, the mechanics seems like decent to learn, as long as you kind of did the right thing. But then there were there were a couple of points where we nearly wiped and we had 4 people left, and it was just like, oh well. Thankfully between us we had 5 red mages spread across the 3 teams, so hey, we got off pretty okay. But yeah, it was kind of one of those, I did it and I was like, no, I'm switching to Apex. I don't want to play this anymore. It was fine. I'm glad I did it. It's done. That's it. With all the letters, books, and starting resources and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making meaningful changes to the moon. Now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. It's one of those, if I get something I don't enjoy in roulette, I'm still gonna do it because I'm just well, it's still experience, and I'm helping other people finish it, get through it. I'm not gonna be oh, I don't want to play this, let's just leave. I knew we'd greatest Ainsvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me. Hey guys. There you are. Take you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Growing way? I'd be looking all over for you. Is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I'll be calling an emergency meeting shortly. Your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. It won't be away long, but you're more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come on, growing way. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a harassing conversation with your guide. Do you learn anything of import? A few things. They spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they possess to the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows could not be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg you leave. There is another matter which yet begs for my attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, this will not be necessary. If you will excuse me. Yep. All's fair that ends well. It is clear the difficult decisions that lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of your theories is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Reticence? Reticence? I don't know how to pronounce that. Back to old tricks. By now, Thancred can tell where his friends are up to when his friends are up to something. During energy seems strange to you, more so than usual. I mean, I know there's a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But you go and see if he's alright. Ishal and I remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Oh, let me just fill out this corner of the map. Yeah, what have we done so far? We pretty much just spent time on the moon. Like, we got like straight into it. I was like, no, I wanna like, you know, minimize on faff. So, yeah, we're pretty much straight to it. Like, I'm just like, we're like halfway through Endwalker at this point, so I kind of don't want to spend ages just like sodding around doing whatever as best I can. Like, unless it's like little things like that, like, oh yeah, clearing up like a corner of the map, like, if I'm near an ether current, like, we have all the ether currents here. Yeah, I know there's the one here, there's one around here somewhere, there's one, like, there, and then there's one somewhere else, but I've forgotten where it is. I have a map open. I have the map open, like, in another window. So yeah, I'll check that when I get back to the moon. But like, I know after this, there's a dungeon coming up. And yeah, things aren't looking too hot on. Well, no, things are looking very hot on the planet. So yeah, because you'd think be like, oh hey, from kind of our standing point, it's just like, oh hey, like, you know, myself, Rinaldi, Thancred, and Ishtola have all come to the moon. We're not in contact with the people on the planet right now. We don't really know kind of what killing Zodiac has done. So yeah, we're kind of ignoring the fact that, you know, shit is going down on the planet. Or like, you know, we're not really aware of what's going down on the planet right now. It's just like, maybe we should. Rajai appears to be heading towards the entrance of the Best Way Burrows. Yeah, like, we're kind of ignoring the fact that the stuff is happening. I might grab the ether current that's here, depending on where this quest takes me. Oh yeah, so there's one here which is kind of close. There's one over here which is also kind of close. There's the one all the way like out here, and then there's that one here that we could see, but we were on the other side of the little crevasse, so I couldn't get to it. Oh, it's a little shiny rock. Oh, it's not a shiny rock, it's Argos. Orion ventures off into Mare Lamatorium. For unknown reasons, you must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Following safe yeah, no, this is the safe distance one. If you fail to complete the objective, you may try again by returning to the destination. I do not enjoy these ones. I do not enjoy these kind of like creepy, like, you know, subtle, like, you know, be sneaky missions, because I am not very sneaky. Can I just hide behind Argos? I need to be careful, considering I buggered up the thingy a couple of times. Like I was doing the Aether card mission, and I bungled that a few times. Oh, yeah, I bungled that a few times. Like the one at Ilzabad, that's just like, hey, follow this person. Don't turn around, please. And, like, I don't want to let Orionsha get like too far away. I don't want to let Orionsha get too far away, but then I don't know kind of what the radius is for, like, oh hey, you let them get too far away. Oh. Like, oh, well that wasn't so bad. Yeah, the Golem mode one definitely felt more difficult. And then one time I nearly had it, and then I got sucked into a duty, and I was like, oh, piss.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
Yeah, my bad.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade and Flamine, her beloved daughter. Two souls whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbritter, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians.
They really want me to remember these characters, don't they? The game really wants you to be like, oh hey, Papalimo, Moonbrider, hope you remember them.
Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
God, is Louis Soir gonna be there as well when I get to that point?
Selfish wants born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can.
Sage counsel indeed.
I'm a white mage. I'm a white mage.
I see. Wisdom as befits a great world. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it
I know. I'm being funny for the internet.
As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf.
Yay.
To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
The buns.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've heard bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
That was a bit of an evil look. Like, I know I made the meme, I made the kind of jokey joke earlier. It was just like, oh hey, what if these guys secretly have like a really dark motive? And I think I was maybe a little bit too on the nose there. I think I was a little bit too on the nose by saying that. Yeah, no, this is not happening. Yeah, well, little baby bit of experience, why not? Also, any experience is a good experience. Okay, where's this? This is back up here, right? Yeah, that's like, oh yeah, it's still like a decent chunk of experience. Yeah, there's a ether current up here somewhere. What did I just walk past? Or did I just walk past, you know, enemies in just an openly PvP hot zone? Is this the PvP hot zone? Is this Anne Orlando? I'm not prepared for the PvP hot zone. Yeah, why are they killing the osculators or whatever they're called? Okay, there's another ether current this way, I know that much. So let me grab these while I'm here. I kinda wanna go help that ninja. Should we go help the ninja? Let me find where the ether current is, and then we'll go help the ninja. Yeah, I have a feeling this is down here, probably. Oh. There we go. I was right. Why is one of these out here? Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Where'd the ninja go? I have a bad feeling about that. I also feel like I should do these on something else. Should I even... no, I'll get less experience for doing my red mage, won't I? Bonk. Oh well, I wanna use my stick. I wanna use my shiny new stabber. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why are these guys hitting so hard? Stop it, go away. I know I'm only level 81, but like, no 82, but still. Stop hitting this hard. It's so rude. So nasty and so rude. I'm only... my gear level is 530. It's fine. I think, like, I am kind of pushing my luck here, but... yeah, like, my gear level's 530. Like, my gear can't really get any better right now. Even the gear I could buy off these guys was, what, like, 525? So, like, my gear can't really get any better. Oh, yeah. Like, sometimes I find fates are, like, really sort of easy to do. Like, sometimes, like, I can be, like, the same level as a fate, and sometimes it can be, like, really easy, and sometimes I can be, like, you know, slightly above the fate level, and it just be, like, or, like, you know, around about the same fate level, and it can be really difficult. Like, it's... like, yeah, I very much get the whole, like, fates, and kind of, like, kind of, even if you're, like, the right level, sometimes the game can be like, nah, actually, you're not. I should probably do this in my Reaper, because I still wanna level my Reaper more. I still wanna level my Reaper more, but my Reaper just got to 80, like, level 80. So I need to kind of level my Reaper up to 81. I think once I have flight here, I'll probably do what I did in Garlemald. Because preference for anyone who wasn't here earlier, I essentially went around Garlemald the other day and just did all the side quests there. So now my Gunbreaker's 81. So now I can at least take my Gunbreaker into the trusts. Like, I can take my Gunbreaker into the trust system and just kind of, like, do Tower of Zot with that. Because I kind of just want to grind for that because I'm trying to, like, I'm not, like, super bothered about the Tower of Zot healing gear, but I've run it, like, 5 or 6 times now, and I've still yet to get the, actual chest piece for the healing gear, and I'm just like, oh, just give it to me, game, come on. Like, it's given me everything else. It's given me the, you know, the White Mage Cane, like, multiple times, but it just refuses to give me the actual chest piece for the gear set. So it's just like, oh, okay. See, I do like the reprise attack, but it always feels like the attack has a delay on it. Like, it feels like it has a delay on it. But I find it's a good sort of option to be like, oh hey, I need like a smidgen more damage. There's no point in casting like a jolt or something, and like if I have the mana for it, I then just don't do that. I don't know, I like it, but it feels like it doesn't really fit in with the rest of my combo. But it kind of has like a good sort of like, hey, over here sort of thing to it. Just be like, oi, mister. Oh, also that was a thing. I was going back and looking through the class actions, like, because I was watching the old class action videos, because I saw there was, because I was just like, oh hey, there's one for Shadowbringers, there's one for Heaven's Ward, there's one for Stormblood. So I went back and watched those. Yeah, I went back and watched those, and there are a couple of attacks in them that I don't recognize. Also, Astro looks like it was horrendous, or like before they changed it. Like, Astro looked kind of gross to play. Like, it's just like, oh hey, here's all these other card gauges, like, you know, here's all this other stuff, and I'm just like, no, just let me have my silly little cards, please. Come on, I need the fake to pop. Okay, I do like how this weapon looks. It does look like, you know, it's simple, it's clean, it's glowy. I like it. No, talk about pre-shadow about, yeah, like, it just didn't look very nice to play. It just didn't look very good. Oh yeah, yeah, I was grinding. I've been doing the Palace of the Dead as my dancer and my white mage, as like dancer and white mage, because I saw somebody using the sage one the other day. So I was just, oh, let me have a look and see where I get this. It was just, oh, it's Palace of the Dead, and I just have to essentially like go through the thing. If I get like I think it's like 30. I think it's like 30 or 33 of each stack of on my weapon and my armor, and then it was like, oh hey, I can train them for a grip, and then 3 grips, or like you know, it's like 11 per grip. I think it's like 10 or 11 per grip. And then 3 grips gets me a weapon. I was like, oh, they look kind of nice. They look kind of clean. It was either going to be this or the Reaper or like the Reaper Scythe. I think I want to get the Probably the Reaper Scythe. I didn't actually check out the Astro Globe, so I might get that. Like it was either gonna be this, the Reaper Scythe, the Dancer Chakram, or maybe the Gunblade. No, I didn't look through all of them, but I was just like, oh, this kind of fits. I like it. I think Red Mage is the one where I kind of change it like pretty often. Like I'm not like mega bothered about my Scholar book. Like I'm using the Hive one for that. Like my Astro Globe is still set to this, the replica one. And then my Sage one, I just kind of use whatever wings I have at the time because I like the wings. And then like my Gunbreak has the like all of these are still like the yokai weapons. Like those are all still the yokai weapons. And then my Dancer is just those ones. Cause I'm not like super bothered about the Dancer ones, but I do want a good like Dancer weapon glam. Yeah, my Machinist is still the yokai gun. That's still the Whisper Bow. And it's silly little mouths on it. Yeah, and Summoner's just like the Crypt Lurker book. And then my Monk just has the yokai gloves. And I do like the gloves, but they feel a bit silly. They feel a little bit bulky. We've got the ninja ones. So those are just the yokai ones. My Reaper is just the Titan bronze weapon, but I have a what's that? The Monstrum Sickle from Zot to use when I can swap it. So I kind of want to get to 81 with my Reaper at some point, and then my Dragoon just has the yokai spear, which has like a little subtle, like they have a subtle glow to them, but it'd be nice if they had a more kind of substantial glow to them. In truth, my reason for travelling hither was to effect a plan of my own, a plan which would pave a way forward for the rest of us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone. That failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet those standards before me with a preferred hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss to refuse any reuse thy amity. And so I ask, wouldst thou join me in mine endeavour? Sure. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan in truth. We shall not be long away from the best ways borrowed. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe that we are in one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetherius. To make clear our resolve for the Loperites, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Okay, there's got the two that are here. There's the I feel like if we're going this way, I might as well grab the two ether currents that are going to be this way. Yeah, because there's one over here, and then there's one over here, so I'm assuming that I can cross this bridge here, and then I can go that way around, and then it's just like, oh, or like, get to a point where it's just like, oh, hey, fast travel back to Best Way, or like, go back to Best Ways. Yeah. Oh, an abundance of spawn joy. Excellent. I chanced by this aggression when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught me by Numu, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon me to stand watch while I perform the incantation? Sure. Don't die, Roger. You're needed for the plot. I kind of need to go back and do some of my dailies as Astro, just because Astro's starting to lag behind a bit and being 82. I think, yeah, Astro's lagging behind being 82. My Skull is 83. My White Mage is 84. My Sage is 85. So I kind of need to I kind of need to do some of my dailies at some point just so I can level up my astrologian. Hellish, Ilu. How many more of these are there? Yeah, like, these are going down very easily. Like, these only go down very easily compared to the other ones. The other ones felt a little bit too beefy. Especially considering I was on, like, an actual, like, you know, DPS class at that point. Are we done? Okay, good. Oh no, I've got to stand somewhere else. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Oriage is faring. Bro, you good? You good? Oriage remains fixated on his work. There, 'tis done. Magic ink every ons as rare is the occasion I can crunch mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the operators will appreciate. Jepsen, Oriage? Oh, thank goodness, I thought you'd been eaten or perhaps fallen into a crater. Oh, thanks for the confidence. Ishtola's been looking all over for you. Jepsen, she says she needs to speak to you about something most urgent, dire even. This is going to be like, hey, you know, we kind of forgot about something, namely the planet. Yeah, we kind of forgot about that. She was also quite clear that she wished to speak to Jepsen alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Oriage. But worry not, it just so happens that we need your help with an errand. Delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Burrows. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor operates. We will be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Suppose should be going then. Just be like, good luck with that. You're good. I mean, yes, very good. Let's not keep you then. She said she'll be waiting for you at the greatest Ensvale, or somewhere thereabouts. I'm sure you'll find it soon enough. Worry not, Jepsen. It shan't be long. Yeah, okay. Let me grab those 2 ether currents while we're on the side of the moon. Cause like it feels like it's just like, oh, we're pretty near to where they're gonna be, so we might as well grab them now and not have to worry about it later. And then just like at least after that, we just have to worry about oh, pardon me, we just have to worry about like actually grabbing the side quests. These are enemies from where Bahamut was. They did say something raid crashed into the moon. Was when we were dealing with Bahamut actually on the moon? Because that looks oddly suspicious to some, or like that looks oddly similar to, you know, like the, like, you know, where Bahamut was being kept and the etherochemical research plant, like, as is law, looks, you know, very, very, like, a little bit too similar. Okay, there's one. Yeah, 'cause at least we can just fast travel back to Best Way. Like, she do be looking kind of familiar though. Like me every 6 months when I make a new grinder profile. No. Too real. Is it? I have to jump from here. Is she gonna jump from there? Yeah, this is really not somewhere where I was expecting to go when I first started playing this. Yeah, this is very much not somewhere where I was expecting to end up when I first started playing this. I don't think anyone really expected us to be like, oh, the moon, of course. Yeah, of course, let's go to the moon. Why not? Okay, this is all the Aether Currents then. No, what I want a good picture. There we go. And back over here. Yeah, so that's all Aether Currents done. It's just the ones that we get from the side quests and the main quest. So hopefully those shouldn't take too long. Hopefully. Oh wait a minute, I should. Yeah, considering that's still set for Tomra, and that'll take a bit of a hot minute to kind of travel back. So I need to make more of a habit of, like, you know, be like, oh hey, new place, just to attune to that. Just set that Aether as my home point. Okay, we have two over here. Okay, we have two over here for those. I know when I get through the MSQ, and then I'm assuming either one of these leads to another one, or some more quests pull up. I do like your hair. Like, this is the gaze factory. This is where the gays are made. This is where all LGBTQIA2+ people come from. You know, over there was where I was born. I just kind of like plopped out of that crystal one day, and they were just like, yes, a homosexual. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, Jepsen, we thought you might be away for far longer. A dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance in one small matter. Oh, the rabbits are up to something. Running away, a companion of growing ways, apparently is much to tell us for the final days. The problem, however, is he's determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there any way he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? Well, what's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here. Maybe we can enjoy a cold mug of cat juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important. Try using these balls of moose flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Runaway's other notable feature is his incessant chatter. So you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. When you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective, he was here at the Greatest Endsvale, when last I saw him. Let's split off and find him. Okay, Stola. Let's get this bread. Up. Search your surroundings for running away. Okay. Oh. You stand still, you bastard. Oh, that's smart. If it was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days when we've so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Heidelin did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any opera around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry, couldn't be of more help. There's something else. I've got work to do. And I'm off. No. Ugh. I don't know how many quests there are until the next dungeon. I know the next dungeon is coming up pretty soon. Because it's pretty much I think it's like this one, I think there's one more, and then we end up back on the planet. I know, was the planet always being called Aetherius, or are they just calling it that? And then once we get back, it's just like all hell is breaking loose. I can neither find hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Gronway? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Oriange? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say he'll be returning? When he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway? Maybe Growing sudden up some memory and our lack of other leads. Maybe our time would be better spent lending Oriange a hand. Well, what? Now hold on a minute. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful information, including the pertaining to the final days. Part of the matter, yeah, it's this one. There's another one, and then there's the quest for the dungeon. What to do? What to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but no, I promised I'd help. That's what I said I'll do. So that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I expect the Loperits are up to something, but if there's ought to be loaded from the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. Oh yeah, there's two more. Yeah, so when I do all of these, and that gets me flight here. But like that's one, it's gonna take a while, and two, I there's still like a lot of there's still like this bit to explore, and this feels like a very big area. Like, I know there's still two more areas. There's the place for the Telethia, the bird people. There's still half of Labyrinthos to go around. There's half of Thavnir to go around. But like, at least like with Thavnir, I'm assuming that's coming up soon because the fates there were in the 85s. Yeah, the fate's there in the 85s, and I'm, mid, the fates here are around about that level. What is the teleporter again? Was it not that one back there? Oh no, I guess it's the one over here. Oh yes, the little stairs icon. So I'm assuming we probably go to Thavnir next. After our little adventure into our next dungeon. Possibly, probably. Well, thank you for everyone who's like lurking today. I very much appreciate it. Oh, gee, I didn't even notice the no. Am I still in emote only mode? Is that why this isn't working? Okay, well, it should have disabled emote only and sub only mode earlier, but I guess not. Oh, my bad. I know this isn't. This is like the second time recently. I'm gonna have to check SiriBot and see if I need to do anything about that. I'm gonna have to check SiriBot and see if I need to change anything about that, because did this last time where I was like sat for like 5 minutes. I was like, I didn't really think anything of it, and then I checked and it was, oh, it actually is still in thingy only modes. But then when I finish stream, it resets. Yeah, guys are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Yeah, no, I don't care. Grown white, enough. If you've naught else to tell us about the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Do you yourselves not tell us how we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon has to be perfect paradise for the people of Etheres, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We'd hoped to see you'd see the wonders we have to offer. We found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. So that's Living Way's game. Run us in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the planet at risk. Everyone except Oriange. He understands what is at stake. What must be done. I fear you misjudged us, Growingway. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Etheres and their reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take the risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Ethereus will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Oh, great. They're keeping me hostage. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. What, do we have 2 scholars and a white mage? This shouldn't be too difficult. We dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these one... Oh, hello, Cheer. Yeah, no, like... the Siri bot hadn't actually disabled the emote only and sub only chat, which it's supposed to do when I go live, so I'm gonna have to double check and see if I need to reauthorize something. Because it does it by, it, like, puts the chat into emote and sub only modes at the end of stream, but it's supposed to, like, you know, turn them off when stream starts, and it didn't. I was gonna message the model you, but I didn't know if you were doing anything. Yeah, no, it's though I just have the Siri bot just switches it on at the end of stream and switches it off at the start of stream. But I think it was like this stream it didn't, and like a stream earlier in the week it didn't. So I'm just like, I don't know if I need to like reauthorize something or what. I don't know if I need to, like, you know, flip a switch and be like, hey Siri bot, can you like can you reauthorize the thing, please? So yeah, well that's awkward. That would explain why I basically sat like 2 hours in like my own thoughts. I mean, I got beaten by a 99 twice just now in Babel on the Red Mage weapon and the Reaper weapon. Oh. Ah. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let's reconvene where Argus waits outside. Yeah, it was only when I kind of flicked back over, because I have the channel, I have like the stream manager open in another tab, just so I can kind of check on things, because the lights, like the mix it up bot doesn't show me if anything gets caught by the auto mod. Yeah, like the mix it up bot doesn't show me if anything gets caught in the auto mod. So it's like, oh hey, if somebody gets, like, you know, timed out or something gets caught by that, you know, that's the only way I find out. I assume that's something the Mix It Up bot people are working on. Yeah, it's just a bit of a pain to be like, oh hey, if something gets caught by auto mod, I have to look over like, you know, Twitch's own auto mod. I have to physically go over and look at I have to have the stream manager open to actually be able to tell the difference. I know Twitch has been real weird recently. It's like another streamer, I think because they have the word gay in their name, they for some reason had been auto banned in the channel, and it was just like, right, I hadn't interacted with this person like at all since like until like about like 3 or 4 days they kind of came into chat, and they had to message me through Twitter to be like, oh hey, I don't know what's up, but like they mentioned they'd had this issue before in other people's chats, and I'm just like, okay. But yeah, I had to try and figure out like where the unban thing was, or like the unban requests, because there's only like one other person who's sent me a ban request, and I'm just like, yeah, but that person kind of earned that ban. People are just so good and diligent. Others, yeah. Like, I don't want to kind of like come off as being like, oh hey, like, you know, all high and mightier than thou. Like, you know, I want to, like, if there's an issue that somebody has in chat, I want to try and kind of fix it like as soon as I'm able to. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it was just like, it was only until I like looked at the activity feed on the left side of the stream manager, it was just like, oh, Chia did the nut sound, because I didn't even hear it. Like, I didn't even hear it, and I had my earphones plugged in. No, I find like a thing as well with the sound alerts. I have to keep turning the volume on my laptop like up or down. I'm trying to ban someone because I couldn't find a username on Twitch, but they were real. Yeah, that is a thing as well. Like, sometimes it's just like, oh hey, like, you know, your thing, like, I can't actually find if you're an actual person, so I don't trust that. So it was kind of one of those, like, I would just be like, well, I mean, how am I supposed to know if you're a bot or not? Like, how am I supposed to know if you're like actively hiding yourself on the website? Good, you're here. Let's rush to the Watcher's Palace and find Oriange. Yeah, like, you know, I wanna kind of believe the best in people, but if you're, you know, how am I supposed to kind of trust that you're not going to do something malicious in chat if you're, like, purposely hiding yourself on the website? Okay, I'm gonna let this cutscene play and then I'm gonna do my tweet. They're gonna stab you.
The time has come for you to return to Etheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
She's gonna stab him.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction.
Yeah, I don't trust the rabbits.
By any measure.
Their intentions are good, but like they're a bit fussy.
Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
They're a little bit sussy.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Etheris is boundless and pure.
Oh, what I'm... What is that word? Mellifluous. Whomst. Warmst.
Brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed.
Still don't trust these guys.
To meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
So my options are completely besiege the planet and let it burn, and move the people here, or try and save the planet and then it probably burns anyway.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remain.
I'm not really liking my options right now, if I'm being honest. My options aren't, you know, looking too hot.
The songs of Etheris are beyond counting and span the length and breadth of emotion.
Don't give us a musical number.
Are monuments to man's
Oh, good.
pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
One of these is gonna have a really stupid name, isn't it?
My name is Puddingway.
Well, I mean, I wasn't that. Okay.
Puddingway.
A little bit too on the nose.
Indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And living way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What does it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
They really want me to remember who Moan Brider is, don't they? They are really forcing that.
I, too, still labour to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
Okay.
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home.
Is this gonna be a thingy? Is this gonna be like a...
Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last. That such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Okay, the computer's fully trying to freeze again.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Bear with.
Thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind. If being the operative term.
Sorry, I have a small bag of cheese and onion crisps, and I just wanted like a little extra snack. That flower, how came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, we may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. I don't like the fact it's called Elpis.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
Yeah, we did kind of nearly kill Growingway.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about these benefactors.
Charlian Forum, yes?
What?
Oh,
How did you know?
okay, well it's not the Asians then. Oh, that makes
The more I heard,
sense.
The more obvious it became.
The fact they were
Forum's aims
storing
align
stuff.
closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
So,
Let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
yeah, so basically just the Charlian Forum and the guys in Labyrinthos are basically just like, oh hey, we would rather just kind of evacuate to the moon than actually try and save the star. Oh. Which, like, doesn't surprise me. 'Twas a relief to see Living Way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well, though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It would be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow scions. When next I return to Atheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Dow! Enhance it, yay, I'm slightly beefier when it comes to my healing. Yeah, Cure is stronger, Medica is stronger, Cure 2, regen, Cure 3, Medica 2, Medica 2's regen effect. Blade of Solace and Flay's Rapture. Yes, that's like slightly better now. Mission to the Moon concluded. Each teller has been keen to return to Atheris. With Aloprates and Orion's capable hands, we needn't worry about the affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the fate of their earthly collaborators, there is much discussed with Alphino and the others. Let's return to the Tower Battle. Battle for the Star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Okay, it's just like, hey, use the little thing, and hope that it's got a two-way thing. Okay, yeah, the mix-it-up bot is completely frozen right now, so yeah, bear. I can still see chat on my phone, but like, yeah. Oh, there we go. Now it's deciding. Now it's deciding it actually wants to catch up. Kind of, maybe. I appreciate that the music is that the combat music is different, like out here. You know, it's different out here than it is in the actual burrows. That's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Go away, Sweeper. Oh, god damn it. Proceed to the nether gate. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back, but we have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd very much like to begin with how everyone's getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the temper prisoners when we left. We'll show your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. Speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where, in what manner the final days will begin to manifest. So I must see that everyone's prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should be needs to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyways, first thing first, check out broken glass. Yep. Off we go. I have a feeling stepping outside is going to be really bad. Okay, it doesn't look that much different. Like, you know, tower's still ominous. There's thunder, so it's not looking too different. No, well, everything doesn't look terrible yet, so that's good. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look awful. I'm sure there'll be time for that to just completely 180. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a situation where that just completely hits the fan. But for now, everything seems okay. Oh, nope. Like everything seems kind of okay for the moment. So yeah. Okay, that's gonna take too long. Let me switch to Reaper. And hope that it doesn't take as long. Okay, no, this should be fine. Maybe. Maybe. No, this is fine. I kind of wonder whether I should, like, you know, actually put some materia in the in my Reaper gear, but I'm kind of just like, is there really any point, considering... Is there any point right now? I don't know. I don't know. I think it could be handy to do, but I don't know how necessary I would warrant it is right now. Okay, at least I have a warrior here to kind of tank for me. Oh, hey, we did it. Okay, right. Okay, back to the plot. Back to the plot. It's fine. Come on, chatbot. You gonna sort your shit out? You gonna stop being fine? You gonna get yourself together so that I can actually, you know, see chat adequately and so that I have the time to go off and do that. You can do that. You can do that for me. It. Yeah, shit's kind of hacked. My bad. It's good to see you all again. No, that's for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now. Believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. Before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the Tower of Babel. Too many alive, but combined with those who are already in our custody, the number required in care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here. To petition the aid of allied nations. Some are understandably hesitant to offer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavour to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Would all the tempered be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers to have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Ulysses is one such patient, though he is yet to receive though he is yet to not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower had vanished. Kinda doubt that. For Mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced at Thavnir. Those who are trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instructions in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porksoy affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for our ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As with the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Well, that's Gucci. Lucy and I will remain, along with a small force, to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So what of the moons to Lotharoy? Well... yeah... On one hand, we kinda killed Found Daniel. On the other hand, we might have doomed the planet by killing Zodiac. My bad. The final day, as goals I prayed for your victory, would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course, I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow Scions from their present duties, and that they may return to Charlian. Your energies are being, better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow Scions, you'd be happy to hear that Mistress Cryle, though still in the mend, has been moved, to the Baldessian Annex and given into Charu's care. Thank you, I look forward to seeing them both upon their return. Let's be on our way, then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiac, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he was returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. Found him, they would not like to live to tell a tale. If you're expecting a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. Yeah, maybe don't. I suppose you're right. The dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast will be sent to their deaths. Pray forget I entertain the notion. On the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and his continued use only serves to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared Xenos Viatic Elders, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Found Daniel is no more, now his own people turn against him. It seems he's naught but his bloodlust keeping company. Better than army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer, and I pray your safe passage back to Charlian. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think this is gonna go very well. Oh. Nearly threw tea on my desk. Okay, let me redo my retainers. Oh, it was an ultimate weapon. Indirect lighting. Okay. Don't really have a use for that, so let me sell this. Oh. No, how many of these do I have? I have over 1,000 of those. So, okay, so let me switch that to a different crystal. Nope. Yeah, so I'll just work down the list. And we'll go Ice Shard next. Cute Tail Deathbringer. Sorry, I just saw somebody called Cute Tail Deathbringer, and I was just like. yeah, this is just the moon gear. This is the gear that I got on the moon. I'll save the one with the jacket in it, just so I can get that for when my red mage is leveled up, so I can use it as like an alternative to my red mage gear. Will I actually use it? Probably not, but I can at least kind of have it as like an option. I think I probably should have saved those in retrospect, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, back to the thing. Yep. Hey, Cryle. Welcome back, Jepsen. We're so terribly worried about you. Though it's plain I've caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I must apologize. Hadlin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after what feels like a dream, barely remembered, and my body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this, though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the world. I'm curious to know what else took place in there on the moon. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let's reconvene to the main hall once they've arrived. But don't have kept you all waiting. Not at all. I understand you've been quite busy. Will Ariane be joining us? He lives on the moon now. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid. Though Jepsen knows mine way better, but why better than I? The final days, as befell Amarot, or Amarite, we are to escape via the moon. What are the source and its reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers on that at present. If the celestial currents had grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarot, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Emerotans could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamatorum. There is still much we don't know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days are marked by the corruption of the Emerotans' creation magics. We command no such power, which invites the question: what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the forum then. Having worked with the Loprits in secret all this time, there's surely more they can tell us. Forgive the interruption, but I've urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What's Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. Oh, I don't like it when they use this. This feels bad. This feels bad. This feels bad. Let me just mute myself so I can chomp in peace.
I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Telophoroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves.
Why do I have a bad feeling they're gonna blame us?
Time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Are we gonna get Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Bossed?
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit's really going down.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea.
Oh, he's shuffled across it. I can see Alice in the corner.
Star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Well, that's great, I guess.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
Days? Maybe a week?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago.
Oh, so not even...
Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus.
Need to tell anyone else about that?
For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Yay? Boo? Question mark.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
No. Take your time, we might not have it later.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures, and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do.
Heck yeah.
We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Wouldn't you agree? Having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen drinks.
Yeah, like, that was the last time I sat down and just, like, you know, had a snack.
Shall we then? To the annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
Ugh. Yep. 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 Kryle tells me that the foreign made a rather momentous announcement. Says to be a great exodus is there. I'm running by my own narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me, I asked myself. Why me? Why us? Why now? Why do you wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do this cut. I'll, like, kind of sit through if there's, like, a cutscene here. I'm sure it'll probably hide and be like, sup, how you doing? And then I think I'll call it, because the sub and emote thing and the computer kind of like, you know, freezing, like, pretty, like, every so often just straight up not working for, like, 10 minutes at a time is just really sort of, like, rubbing me the wrong way. And it's kind of hard to be in kind of a good mindset to stream if it kind of just feels like there's kind of constantly stuff kind of going wrong. But that's not a good sign. It's not good. Like, I think I need to have a dig through and see if I can find where my external hard drive is, so I can move a load of folders so I can kind of alleviate some stress on the computer. A visitor's come knocking at your door. How could it be? Graha? Is this one of those, like, it'll be whoever I pick? Or is it set? Did I get it right? Or is this, there's 6 different versions of this cutscene?
I didn't mean to... If you could spare a moment before bed.
Oh. Right, yeah, I'm assuming this is probably, like, there's several options.
This may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time.
Oh yeah, so there are different versions. I guess it's just like, pick your favorite character.
I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you.
It's only really Graha and Alize that I'd probably pick. Maybe Ishtola as a third.
Your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac. Your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself.
This is such awful lighting for my character.
No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear. It is surely too much for any one man. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden. My, carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage.
Thanks, Graha.
You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. It is only fair that I repay you in kind. Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share.
Snacks.
Moments of joy may seem few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it. And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come. To the ends of the world and beyond. But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
Graha, if you die this expansion, I'm gonna be very annoyed. I don't seriously, like, I've mentioned this before, I don't seriously see Yoshi P killing off a main character, but the worry is there. The worry is definitely there that, he could just be like, oh hey, you know, let's take this fan favorite character and shove them down the toilet. A short while earlier in the Allegan Quarter, like, I don't know who he'd probably killed. Maybe like Estinian because he hasn't been that close to the Scions, or maybe Tataru because Tataru's kind of like the emotional sort of like heart of the Scions.
The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Like, no, yeah, Tataru.
Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald on top of the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Yeah,
I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum too.
I know that this next quest has a dungeon in it, so...
But is it true? They brought back tempered Garlean soldiers.
This is gonna go really badly, isn't it?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
This is gonna go really badly, isn't it?
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet, but to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
And who are you? Who are you? Oh, what now? What now? It feels like every time that we get kind of like closer to being like, oh hey, here's the resolve, it's just something else. Meanwhile, in Ishgard, at the Foundation, Batman is just on a roof. No. Oh, it's you! And look, there's the guy from the Dark Knight quest.
Paramount importance.
Oh, so the Alamigo, there was the one from...
What have we here?
There was the one from the Red Mage quest. Oh, that's cool. Have I missed a couple of those already? Of like NPCs from other quest lines popping up in cutscenes?
Hey, are you alright?
Because that was definitely the guy from the Dark Knight quest line, and there was the lady with the Red Mage coat. What?
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Erenvile, why are you here?
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet,
People
why
are still...
does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Because we're only halfway through the expansion, and most of what I've seen in the trailers has already happened. And I really doubt the dev team would be so quick to just show their entire hand. They're doing the Marvel thing of just like, oh, JK. Like, they're doing the Marvel thing of, oh, JK, we're only going to show, like, the first 15 minutes of the trailer of, like, a film. Oh, no. Oh, dear. I don't think I like where this is going. Also, that's a cool stick. Oh, it'd be kind of cool. It's a bit on the simple side, but it's kind of neat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap here. It's a bit early than it's like half as much time as I would have liked, but like computer technical difficulties and then the stream sub only thing have just put me in kind of a bit of a foul mood, and I kind of don't want to stretch stream out longer than I feel like I should in like such a mood. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to spend the next like 2 hours or so trying to find where I put my external hard drive, because I think if I can like move, because I've got like stream clips and VODs just saved onto my laptop. I feel like if I can move them to a external hard drive, it'll like alleviate a bit more of the stress. Because I don't even know like how much of my computer's storage is like taken up. So I think if I can like considering I did like a fresh install like a while ago, so pretty much just have like OBS, I have like a CCleaner, I've got Firefox, I have Discord, I have OBS, I have Mix It Up. That's like it. They're like the only things I've installed on the computer like since I did the fresh install. So I'm just hoping if I can kind of like take a load of like my stream VODs and like clips and just shove them onto an external hard drive. I can like clear up a bit of room and just make it so that the computer is less stressed, because like We have 2 Firefox tabs open, and the Mix It Up bot, and it's still just like, nah, actually, it's too stressful. I don't like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go try and find my external hard drive. Probably have a little bit of a cry because I can. But yeah, I will. For anyone who knows the. Oh, thanks. I. It's like one of those things. I know what it looks like. I can visualize it. And like, do you ever go to like find something and you can mentally picture in your mind where it should be, but it's not there, but your brain kind of refuses to be like, no, it should be there. It's kind of one of those things right now where I know I can, like, I've got some like plastic set of drawers in the corner, and like I'm pretty sure it should be in one of those, but I looked the other day and it wasn't there. And I'm just like, I think it should be there, but I can't find it. So yeah, I'm going to try and find that. Schedule will be going on to Discord later on, and we'll be on Twitter later on as well. So yeah, I've been Jepsen. This has been the Jepsen stream. This has been Endwalker Part 5. Next time, we actually have a quest. So I will see you tomorrow for Evil Within chapters 6 until I lose the will to live. Bye bye.